Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DCUO SourceCast. I am, of course, Trex. I know you've rarely seen this beautiful face. I haven't shaved. I do apologize, ladies. And beside me, as always, well, not beside me, but on the other side over there, is Super Patriot.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
And the gentleman in the middle, the Ginger. I didn't know he was Ginger. I wouldn't have put him on camera if I knew he was Ginger. I fear for our souls. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Vagrant from Vagrant Gaming.
Hello, hey guys. Hope you are enjoying my Green Lantern shirt. Wore it just for you.
Yes, I can't fit in my Green Lantern shirt, so I'm wearing Star Trek.
Up in Mexico, Mexico's carrot top cut his hair.
Wow.
So, as I said, to continue the progression to bring a better experience for you guys for the SourceCast, we're as soon as we get Super Patriot a webcam, we can see him as well. But we're going to start using webcams in our shows to be a little more interactive with it. I have a way better internet here, so of course we'll be playing. I'll be able to play games a lot more when games need to be played, like we did with the last episode, talking about electricity changes coming in Game Update 38, which launches on Monday or Tuesday, early next week. Early next week means the first 2 days of the week, not Sunday. Sunday's not included. It's a weekend. We don't want to work weekends. But
wants to know if that's Guy Gardner.
Could you be Guy Gardner? Could you?
He wants to know if Vagrant is Guy Gardner.
I actually have a indigo lantern ring, but I have no idea where I put it. I could put it on and it would glow and everything. Just all DC all the time.
I have my black and white rings. I don't know where my rage ring is. I didn't lose it. It's just misplaced. So I lost it.
You were wearing a blue ring when you were talking about beating women at SOE Live.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
Well, speak of that plug. Remember, SOE Live is coming up in.
We don't talk about the dark times.
God.
That was Trex's darkest night.
I can't even remember how we got onto that subject either. But I have hope for you, ladies. So,
just randomly blurted that out. That's how we got onto
it. So, speaking of SOE Live is going to be coming up in August. Myself, Super Patriot, Brittany, Michael Grid, Burdick. I just call him Dave, really, because I can never pronounce his first name on his Twitch handle. But we're all going to be, a lot of DCO players are going to be at SOE Live, along with the DCO devs, Meps, Yins, Tunzo, Spord, Captain Liberty. We're all going to be there at SOE Live. I actually just booked my plane ticket today, and my hotel room today. So, steps are being taken. How are you looking, Soups?
I wish I was going.
My hotel is all booked and ready to go. Still gotta get the flight.
Good. Vagrant, don't worry, man. Next year, we'll get you.
Yeah,
somehow.
Hopefully. Yeah, I actually bought a ticket so I could still get the in-game item and T-shirt.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's totally worth it. All right, so let's move on from SOE Live again. If you guys haven't registered yet, got your plane, got your hotel room and everything, it's still going on. Sign up for all that good stuff and come see us. They haven't released the player panel submission. I believe ends today on the 27th as we're recording this, and we've already put in the SourceCast panel and crossing our fingers that the powers that be at the community team of SOE Live allows us to come back and do another panel, because we had a lot of fun with it, even for the 3 people that were there.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun.
3 people. And then, after some people got some food in their guts and all that, they started trickling in and everything towards the end.
It's true.
That was just bad timing and placement for us right there just before the Legends tournament.
It was it was that dev panel. It was their fault because it was only supposed to last an hour, but it lasted 2 hours. So that was, we didn't expect it. We didn't expect that. So let's go ahead and switch over to Friday Night Legends. Woo! Friday Night Legends coming over from the U.S. PlayStation side. Super Patriot hosting the Legends tournament once again. Soups, how did it go?
It went awesome, as always. I gotta say, the PlayStation side, just to me, and this is in no way disrespecting anybody on the PC or any of the competitors on the PC side. For me, I don't know. I watched both. I mean, I always watch FNL. I especially watch the Legends tournaments and everything. It just seems to me like there's a more balanced competition or balance of between the participants competition-wise on the PlayStation side than PC. PC guys, I see a lot of people just getting like raffle stomped through there, and I'm not just talking about Clutch and Slob doing it, either. I'm just talking about other teams doing it too, up through towards the end. But on the PlayStation side, there's like almost always consecutively, at least in each round, there's always like one really good looking match. And then when we get down to the final third round, the semifinals and all that, all the matches are like really close. Today, however, we had a upset and an almost blowout. Not really a blowout, but a serious upset in the finals match.
Yes, it
with,
was.
Logo and Ace 1 losing to Tenatus and Belial.
Who didn't even have a league.
Seed. Yeah, Belial didn't even have a league, but they were the number 6 seed. Displacing the number 1 seed. Logo and Ace have been winning past couple of months. So it was quite the upset.
Yeah, I am very impressed with the win from Team Belial. That I was putting money on Ace, and I certainly lost that money if I actually would have put money on that match. But
what I'm talking about with the upsets and everything. It wasn't just those two matches and everything, or at least that finals match. It was like the round 3 we had the number 7 seed defeated the number 2 seed.
Yep.
Tenatus and Belial, the number 6 seed, defeated the number 3 seed. So the competition. I mean, it all depends. It's not really luck, but I mean, you get a quick response to something in there, quick block, quick counter, or something like that. It could turn the tide of a fight. So hats off to everybody though that participated tonight on FNL. I really appreciate everybody. I really hope we stop getting some of the no-shows we get. I know it's an issue on the PC side too.
Yes, last week's we had a couple of no-shows, and it was frustrating. But here on the PC side, we dealt with it, and we pushed on and had a great show.
Yeah,
I'm a pro at this. I only did it once.
Yep. I know you had a lot of fun on that one, throwing me under the bus and everything.
Yeah.
I throw me being on FNL in your face all the time, which I never have until tonight.
I mean, Meps asked if he wanted me.
I heard that too. Heard that too.
I mean, I was prepped. I was prepped, ready to come out and help you. I was going to be your Robin this one time. Gonna be your Robin for this. But you know what? Just like Batman, you handled it, and I'm very proud of you.
You gotta run a Batman and Robin combo.
Interesting that you bring up Robin and all that, because I will drop a hint and a tease of what the next theme is going to be about. The next FNL.
Don't you think this is kind of like a tease to itself? Because I already know what it is because of that tease. I mean, but all right. So once again, good job to all the participants on the USPS tournament for today. Next week again, FNL will not be. There will be no FNL next week because it is 4th of July. I haven't actually talked to Super Patriot or Vagrant about next week's episode.
4th of July. 4th of July.
Okay, so apparently we're not doing a show next week. I kind of figured that, but I always wanted to verify. So that probably means that Trex has a night off, and what am I going to do? I'm probably going to stream all day, because I also have a day off. 4th of July streams, yay! So we will not be having a show.
I do have to say, and everything like that. So while we are all getting ready here to celebrate 4th of July next week and everything, let us all not forget our neighbors to the north, up there in Canada. Canada Day is July 1st.
Yes.
So, Canada.
Now, hold on. Now, speaking of this, did you guys see? I'm sorry, I don't care if it's sidetracked. It was an amazing thing I have to bring up. Do you guys know about the vending machine in Canada?
There's a machine in Canada.
I think that was for the Olympics, wasn't it? I think that was just for the Olympics.
No, this is for Canada. This is for Canada. This is for Canada Day. They have a vending machine that if you can say the national theme song "Oh Canada," if you can sing the entire thing, the vending machine opens up and gives you a beer. But you have to sing. You have to sing the national anthem in its entirety and correctly, and it opens up, and you can get a beer.
I
wonder how many Americans would renounce their Americanship to get a free beer.
Right.
You don't need to renounce it. You don't need to renounce it. Just go up there, stand in front of it, and sing "Oh Canada" and get a free beer, right?
You can't say "Oh Canada."
But
you have to sing the entire
that
song.
That would be a straight betrayal.
It makes me wonder if the U.S. follows suit with that, how many drunk people will we have on the streets of New York?
I'm looking up the lyrics right now.
You're closer to Canada than any of us, so yeah.
I know, yeah. Yep.
Start walking. We'll meet you there.
Couple hours down. I'll be up there.
So, with no FNL or SourceCast next week, be sure to tune in 2 weeks for the return of FNL and the SourceCast. And they're going to have a PvE challenge when they return in 2 weeks. So, that is it for Friday Night Legends. Yes. So, alright.
We've got a lot to talk about tonight, don't we?
We do have a lot to talk about. We have... The first thing I want to bring up before we move into our big discussions is another tournament that is happening. And let me go to my screen. And boom. There. Oh, crap. I messed it up. Oh! I didn't set this one up. Alright. So...
it's alright.
It was pointed out by Aiden Warren and Clutchmeister actually brought this to my attention. It's called Pack Gaming. PackGaming.com is apparently a tournament site, and they've came to DCUO to come over and host tournaments. So they have their launch party tournament on July 12th, starting at 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. CST, which, if I remember correctly, that's like... Is that EU time? I feel it's like an EU time.
That's Central Standard Time.
That's Central?
Central Standard Time. EST?
Oh, I've always just called it CT. At the same time, who follows Central Time? There's only East and West in the EU. That's the only time zones I know. Mountain Time? Oh, we're going fictional land.
It's not EU.
All I know is I just signed up.
You just signed up for it?
There you go.
Yep. I wanted to actually participate because the way that they have it set up is you can win like cool rewards like a Pack Gaming T-shirt and pack points if you're, I guess, in part of the site.
Yeah, I also saw them doing this for Guild Wars 2 as well. So they're hitting a lot of MMOs who have a large PvP crowd and doing these tournaments. So congrats to that. I thought they actually had like a list of people who already signed up. Because I thought I saw Clutch already sign up. Maybe
Clutch was like number one.
Yeah.
Clutch was like the first person to respond to their post. He's like,
that's Clutch.
First person. He's like, I'm in.
All right,
we get in on that.
Oh well. But yes, you're gonna go over to Well, Vagrant, you know more about it. Why don't you tell how to sign up and stuff?
You go to the, let's see, what's it called? The Joker's Funhouse. Is that the PvP area in the forums?
Battle
of the Legends PvP.
Battle of the Legends, yeah.
Battle of the Legends, you will see a post called PaxGaming.com Launch Party Legends Tournaments PC. So sorry, PS players. And you just go ahead and post and say that you want to sign up, and I'm pretty sure PAX Gaming will go ahead and add you to the roster.
A link in the description for everybody.
Thank you.
Or in the chat, rather.
Yep, link is in the chat. So, all right.
But in terms of prizes, they have like a small station cash prize. You can possibly win a PAX Gaming launch T-shirt, anniversary coaster, some cool stuff.
Ooh, I see a mouse pad. But this is something brand new website coming in, or maybe even an old website. I'm not really sure. I follow esports, but not like MMO esports. I tried following World of Warcraft's arena tournaments, and I think I lost a leg trying to figure out what was going on. But this is something very new coming in, and it's getting hopefully it's going to give a lot of exposure to a lot of great players out there, and hopefully lead on to other things. So they're also going to be streaming it as well. So I definitely recommend checking out the thread. It's called the PaxGaming.com Launch Party Legends Tournament USPC. So there you go. All right. So I want to first hit up Dizzy Kraken, one of my favorite devs, because I helped him out a lot during. I actually forgot. Oh, it was Hand of Fate. It was the Hand of Fate that I helped him out with, giving him feedback on the raids and stuff, and he's become one of my favorite developers, and he's a great guy. I hope I get to see him at SOE Live this year. He started up a thread in the work in progress called the Public Missions. So what is Public Missions? Well, Public Missions is something brand new. Let me just read here from the thread. Back when we started working on Home Turf DLC, we had some cool ideas for a shared contribution system, like a public quest or a PQ system, just like in other games. We didn't have the engineering resources to get what we needed done, so we put the ideas on hold. After the League Hall work is wrapped up, we will be able to revisit the idea. The order to frame the discussion easily will operate. They're using War of the Light as the example in this thread. So, what this essentially is, you will have, one, a persistent contribution. As you participate in specific war-related activities in the area, you'll have a counter tick up. The counter will measure the generic and specific contribution to the activity. Example like KOing enemies, recovering missed barrels, blah, 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 that kind of thing. The counter will persist between logins, similar to a normal quest. Once it has reached a certain level, you receive a reward. The counter will then reset, and you can continue the process. This is essentially a repeating solo mission that has multiple ways to complete. So instead of KO 5 enemies, it's basically KO enemies, recover barrels, so on and so on. So that's one part of it. The other part is the event contribution. Right? With specific shared contribution areas, short-term events can occur. These events are very similar to public quests in other games. The core events will be soloable, but if enough contribution is made to the solo event, it can cause a group-level event to occur. And during this time, all the contribution described in Part 1 is tracked per player, and at the end of the event, players will be rewarded based on how much they've contributed. The reward table should scale based on the difficulty of the event, so if a group-level event is started, it will give better rewards. When this thread popped up, it took me back to my old days of World of Warcraft. Now I want to bring that into play a little bit because of this, because it brought in one of the best things I loved about that section. During World of Warcraft, there was the AQ gates. It was when I first started playing. The AQ gates was like going to open up this new area, new instance, a new raid. It was great. It was excellent. In the major cities, they had these war efforts to fight the war against the Silithids. In this war efforts, you would have to do these mini quests. You pick up a quest like, hey, go grab 25 cannonballs from such and such area. You pick them up, you bring them back, and it goes towards the total at the top of the screen. You walk into your major city, it's right there at the top of your screen. It's like something out of 1 million cannonballs recovered. And everyone in the area is doing it. As soon as I saw this, it took me back to the best memory I have from World of Warcraft, and my eyes lit up. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love this idea. Now, Soups, how do you feel about it?
I think it's awesome. So long as you're going to be able to, because some people aren't, there are some people that are not great with solo content,
right?
And sometimes they struggle with the high tiered stuff, especially when they introduce a new tier or something. It can be a bit difficult doing the solo stuff. But so long as you can do it by yourself or with a group of people, working together to complete these, progressive, missions and everything, and then work towards the major group event thing. I think it's fantastic. And obviously, it's going to give people a reason to go back to these open world instances, like Battleground Metropolis, because right now, Wastelands is literally a wasteland. There's nobody in it, anymore. Battleground Metropolis is like that now. Under Siege will probably be like that soon.
Central City's been a ghost town since near its launch.
Right. So, he's right. So it's maybe it'll give people a reason to go back into these places, and hopefully, they can introduce some content for these other, like Central City, something for us to do in Central City, along those lines as well.
That would definitely be great. I remember Jens actually talking about going back and fixing some of the open world content on the Odyssey podcast a couple of episodes ago, and I guess this was essentially what he was talking about. But yeah, to see them go back and input a lot of open world content, because open world content is one of my favorite things to do, and DC has always had kind of wonky open world content. They would have bounties, and I always enjoyed bounties, but this sounds like something that a lot of players can sink their teeth into.
Yeah. I would like to say, too, that Dizzy did come back around page 8 of the original post here and answered a lot of the questions.
Which I think a lot of players really loved about that. And one I like about it, too, because it's my boy Dizzy. I actually want to go... I'm actually going to page 8 right now and seeing if I can find it.
I'm looking... Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. One of the questions...
Yeah, I actually didn't even know. I didn't even know he posted again.
Mm-hmm. See, one of the questions asked, will there be a time limit for how often this short group event can occur? Also, how long will the event last once it starts? He answered, yes, the timed events would occur occasionally and have a defined beginning and end. One additional possibility is that if the lowest tier event is completed with enough participation, then the next tier event may start. So this kind of sounds like Diamond Heist and Ring War to me. Like these group events will occur at set times. All that once, but I don't know if I'm not sure if but you'll only be able to participate in if you've completed the previous requirements. Participate in them.
It also sounds like it's gonna start off with lower tiered CR enemies. So tier 1 people can participate at the beginning of it, and then possibly it goes to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Is kind of what it sounds like he's trying to get at.
Right.
Well, go ahead and read off a couple more.
All right. I'd love to see the people automatically get grouped for these events. That's not possible with they have any because these are open world. So you should either participate solo or group up yourself. People, as long as it doesn't cause the same credit issues, the credit contribution tracking is being handled by the event tracker and not just a regular encounter. So rewards are provided by contribution properly. So you don't have to worry about missing out on loot or being, in a group and not doing enough damage, or something like that, or along those lines, and another group gets all the loot for it. You don't have to worry about that. So long as you contributed to that encounter, you'll get credit for it. So it sounds like it's similar to the CC bounties. Basically, if you were there and you helped, you'll get it. See, if we team up with our friends, will the counters move for every member? They should, as long as each person is contributing to the encounters in some way. See here, Doomsday gets loose and a giant battle ensues. Great idea. That's exactly the style of tiered event we are hoping for, so maybe we'll get to see something like Doomsday drop down, or say like Arkillo or Kilowog all of a sudden spawns in there in Battleground Metropolis. We have to go fight him.
That would be cool.
See here.
The possibilities are pretty massive.
Yeah, they're pretty massive. Like an Alpha Lantern pops down or something like that, or a Manhunter. You have to go fight him and beat him. Let's see here. Potential for expanding R&D. Rewards are completely in the hypothetical stage, but that is a cool idea. See, and that's one thing that I'm worried about with this content. Is this going to be something that has, like, if you complete so many times and all that, you can get a style, a piece for a style set? Does that mean that, giving people a reason to keep going back to this is key.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got all this content in the game, and nobody really has a reason to go back to these older instances to do this.
Except for certain feats. Like, I run Central City bounties every day, but that's only because I can't replay them.
Right. But I mean, giving us a reason to go back to these things is essential.
Yep.
I think. So I'm not sure what kind of rewards they could implement to where we could get those.
Well, with Game Update 39, we obviously see probably two things. Odds are it will probably reward marks, whether it's the current tier or Marks of Triumph. Players always need Marks of Triumph. There's never going to be not a need for Marks of Triumph. Then there's Prestige that's going to probably be a reward with this as well. So that's a new currency that's going to work forward for every kind of content that you run, which is also good.
Let's see here.
Dear Lord, he answered a lot.
Yeah, he answered a lot of questions. Let's see here. One question I will have is, what would the rewards entail? Okay, let's go back to rewards. Entail on the counter, and if there's any sort of limitations on the counter being renewed, like lockouts and such. The current idea is that the solo contribution tracking mission will have a daily lockout, but the time events will not, so you could play those as often as you like. That's interesting.
It is. The one thing that really I had a problem, not really a problem, it was the issue that came to mind about this, because it's definitely nice to have open world, but it takes me back to the horror stories or the vultures from Hand of Fate. People not doing the content.
Yes.
It's people camping the last boss.
Yeah. That
was
Well, I think because you have to complete, even though it says you don't have to, it says it will be a daily lockout for the rewards for the solo content, but I believe you're still going to have to do that solo mission again in order to be able to do the group event. So hopefully, they fixed with the moving the bosses inside. They fixed that as well.
They did, and it took a little bit of the sourness into those runs, because it was open. It was the first time we saw operations. It was open. It was supposed to be truly open world. And the boss is supposed to be open world. People can just run by. It's like, oh, what's going on over here? These guys are fighting Solomon Grundy. I want in on some of that. They can just run by. But now, because of what the damage that the vultures did and the fix that the devs had to input was go into all this open world, but then last boss, you have to go into its little secret room. And it took a little bit of the spice away from the open world feel. a little bit.
Yeah. DLC 5 is actually one of my favorite DLCs. I thought it was an awesome idea. It was completely ruined. It was such a disappointment that was actually people doing that, and then it ruined the fun for the rest of us.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be, it's so upsetting.
I feel your plight, Trex. I feel it.
It's so upsetting that people would do that. Just, okay. But head over to the Work in Progress forums. It is the public missions thread. If you guys, it's still open. Dizzy is still looking for feedback. If you guys have anything, this isn't going to be implemented in DLC 12. Let's go ahead and state that now. It's not going to be implemented in DLC 12. It's something it's an idea that they're bringing back onto the table. So they want our initial feedback on it, so they can go ahead and start working on it. Because remember the process. Remember this is how the process goes. Goes on to the work in progress, then they close it. They do their thing on the dev side. Then it goes out to test server. All right. Then it goes to test server. We test it, get the feedback. Then they do their dev thing, and then it gets released. All right. So work in progress. It's being discussed right now. If you want to get your word in, if you want to get word in now, go do it before the thread closes and they start working on their thing. So, okay. Let's talk about the one thing that everyone has been wanting to hear about. And first off, League Halls. Ooh, buddy. So let's start off with saying that Game Update 39 will introduce League Halls. We have been wanting League Halls since last?
Beta.
Since beta. I wasn't here for beta, so...
I've wanted guild banks since beta.
That's true. That is true. So the devs are going to have a live stream this coming Monday on June 30th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to have Senior Creative Director Jens Anderson, a.k.a. Spittle, and it's also going to have Senior Systems Designer Matthew Zinbick Kelly. I don't think we've really seen Zinbick before, but he has created all of these threads on the developer discussion, which we're going to go into. So be sure to tune in for the Game Update 39 League Halls live stream on Monday. The live stream is only going to be talking about League Halls. Don't expect any other information about DLC 11 or Game Update 38. It's League Halls Monday. League Halls Monday. All right. So first we're going to talk about...
Before we get in here, I just have to say, all right, you know, in the year plus now that I've been on the community council with you, Trex, you know, you and I have, you know, been holding to our NDAs, you know, and not disclosing anything. This stuff all got teased to us, you know. We've seen this stuff, you know, a couple days ago, and I just have to say, this is the first time I've ever had difficulty not talking about anything that I've seen before I could talk about it.
It's true.
Everybody.
It took him a while. He's been holding this in a lot.
It was so hard not to talk, especially with the officers of my league about it, because I was like, oh, hey, Meps is giving us some. Oh, I got some news here. I can't talk about it. And they're like, it's League Halls, isn't it? I was like, I can't really say. And they're like, it's League Halls. It's League Halls. I was like, I can't really talk about it, guys. And they're like, yeah, we know, but we know it's League Halls. And I'm like, you know, okay, I like that. And then they're like, well, just, you know, give us an impression of what you're feeling. And all I told them was that I both wept and jumped for joy at seeing their stuff.
Pure excitement.
If you have not checked out these threads yet on the developer discussion section of the official forum, please go over and do so and give your feedback on them. But look at them and just, as far as I can see, all right, with the extent of not including League Halls in PvP, all right, they have answered every request that we've asked for with these things.
Pretty much.
This is going to bring back a lot of players. This is going to bring back a lot of players that have left.
Yeah.
This is like everything that everyone's been excited for sure. Especially once DLC 11 hits and you can raid inside your league hall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, like.
Yeah, Jens has been teasing about parademons invading his league hall for a couple of months now, even, and I just cannot wait for this. Okay, let's go ahead. You want to get started on the first one, the league halls?
Yes, the first one. The first one we're going to talk about first is League Bank, because I have the tab open. It's how I open the threads.
Let's talk about League Bank first. Okay, let's go out of order then.
You know what? I wish it could have been like one long post. I wish it was.
I feel like we should start with the overhaul of the league management tab. That should start right there.
Okay.
That's the biggest one, in my opinion.
All right, let me find it then. There's multiple threads here.
There's just too much excitement in this podcast right now.
All right, I found it. Okay. Okay, so league management. Of course, leagues are getting a significant number of updates to improve their functionality and collective advancement. The league management UI has been expanded to show new information about your league. All tabs now show how much prestige your league has. We'll talk about that in a moment. Details about each existing tab can be found below. So summary. Aside from message of the day, the tab now shows prestige you contributed over the last monthly cycle, total prestige you contributed to the league, how many days you've been a member of the league, and proficiencies your league has activated. Proficiencies will be talked in a moment as well. So, on the roster, this tab shows detailed roster information about the stock. Calm down. I know we're getting excited. We are getting excited. Understand, this is kind of the norm for any MMO, all right? This is the norm for MMOs. The fact that DCO hasn't had this yet, it
literally is. I have to like take Trex's side right here. Like it's kind of ironic that DC is finally getting this, but at the same time, you just can't like ignore that you'd be so excited for it, you know?
Like any other MMO, the MMO I gotta play later is just like, oh, this is already on here. Whatever. DCO, it's like, oh my god, we're finally getting it. All right, so the tab shows the player's name, level, CR, PvP CR, current location if the character is offline. That's the time they were last online is shown instead, and then it will show your rank. All right. Now this table can be sorted by any of those fields. You can also toggle whether offline members are shown, selecting the character, and seriously, this is stuff that is basic MMO, and I'm just, it's crazy. But detailed view,
you gotta push through it.
It includes all the above with the exception of the current location as well. This is a more detailed view. You can do power type, skill points, movement mode, lifetime prestige contributed, prestige contributed in the last monthly cycle, number of players in the league, buttons to promote, demote, remove from the league if in mouse and keyboard mode. And at the bottom of this tab is an invite button for inviting new members. So, all right, that's our first bullet point. Let's discuss. CR is on that. It's on that list. It's not something that we can like inspect on random players. No, inside your own league, you're going to know the CR of your own leaguers, and hopefully they don't lie. I'm a liar. It's like, I got this. Now, go ahead.
What's your CR? 106. 106, yeah. 106.
It's like, no, it says here you're 101.
173. 173. I got 173 skill points. 173 skill points. Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 rings of OP.
Yeah.
I got 2 rings of OP. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I can solo heal this.
See, now this is something that's only going to be affecting really pugs and everything. I mean, it's like, honestly, all right, you guys you're used to this. You're used to this kind of stuff being in MMOs, all right? This is my first MMO, all right? And I've been like, my league's a year old now, okay? And for the past year, me and my co-lead and my officers, we have been using like Facebook. We've been using an engine site, which is great for League sites, by the way, everybody. You should check those out.
I love Engine.
Yeah.
I love Engine.
But we've been using those sites and all that. And when I first started this league up, okay, I had to make a spreadsheet to figure out where everybody was at. Okay, a spreadsheet, not just the roster, but their CR, their skill points, their and all that. Okay,
He's got mad Excel skills, yo.
So much freaking time to manage it. So much time, and getting people to update it, and if they change powers, letting us know and everything. Even now, I mean, it's been a year, and we ask people and say, let us know when you change your power. Okay, okay, you're this power now. All right, well, let me, now I have to keep making note of that and keep that in mind. Oh, okay, you've got this many skill points now. Congrats. Okay, thanks, but would have been nice to know. Oh, you can do tier 5 content now. That's awesome. Oh, you can get into tier 6 now. That's even better. Being able to, having to keep track of that as, leaders of a league. I mean, this is like gold for a leader of a league, all right? Just this stuff right here, okay? Because now, I can set, I could, go through everybody on my list here and all that, and I can see, one of my members who maybe only have like 120 skill points, and say, hey, man, if you get to 130 skill points by this date and all that, maybe we can, I'll get you a stack of bites or something. Helping them get, up there and all. And as soon as I see him do that, I can I can do that. But I mean, I don't really, oh, I'm just excited about this, man. Seriously, this is going to make league management so much freaking easier. Now, I mean, no one, especially, if people are, offline for a while, because I mean, I'm getting ready to do a roster cleanup. Now I can just wait until update 39. I can go through my roster. Oh, this guy hasn't been on in 6 months. And it's not
That's
somebody's alt. Okay, yeah, I can eject this guy. Stuff like that. It's just, oh my God, this is, this is the part that I wept at.
I think one of the better things for this is, like, if you have a league and you need some people to help, this can definitely, see who's hurting the most, and you can, bring them up to speed.
Yeah.
And especially with PvP CR is on there too. Like, who needs their PvP gear? Get them in arenas. Get them in arenas now.
Right. Yeah. There's a why are you not full Vengeance yet, or why are you not full Android yet?
I don't care what you say. I'm not PvPing. I don't care. No. I refuse.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, that's fine. I don't have one of those leagues that you PvP or you're out. But there's feats there. Why would you not want a PvP to get those style feats at least?
Shush.
PvP is fun. PvP is fun.
PvP is fun, Trex.
One of us!
Trex is so apprehensive about it. He's just like, no.
You're like, it's peer pressure, man. You're PvP pushers.
Keep in mind, everybody, this is the guy that signed me up for the Legends tournament SOE Live last year.
I did.
All right?
we had to...
Like, we're doing it. He's like, we're doing it. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you're my partner. I'm what?
No, I think the correct word was, you're carrying me. There's no partnership. You're carrying me. It didn't work out so well.
Just be Dr. Fate and lay that circle.
Sharpshooter backpack is not that big, Trek. So.
All right. Now, one of the things I feel was missing possibly is a note section. And on this section, and for notes, you can put like little note. It's not a long paragraph, but like a couple of words saying like alt of Super Patriot, alt of Vagrant, alt of Trex. We use the notes for that purpose, and we also use the notes for saying like, hey, healer / DPS, or healer, or say what role you are, or most times it's like, hey, I'm Captain Sweatpants. We make funny little in our notes. So a note tab in the character in the listing to show that you can type in little stuff in there will help could help out with that as well. Because I mean, I know it's going to show your power and your skill points and movement modes and stuff, but it's not really going to show and tell who that character, if they're a healer, if they can be a healer, or if they are a DPS as a main spec. So that was just my suggestion as a fix for that. It's like, hey, add a note section to the side, couple of words, boom, healer/DPS, done. But all right, next.
The one thing I'm curious about is the movement mode one. Why does that need to be in there?
Because I'm prejudiced
Why
against
not?
acrobatics.
I think a good one in there, especially for some of the feats involved in the game, is mentor.
Ooh, yeah. Mentor should be in there.
True, because I mean, for some reason I still can't get into a tech certain tech missions unless I have a tech that can invite me in. Still, there is that. So the mentor thing.
Another thing they could add is like current weapon.
Yeah, for the character detail, that could work.
Yeah.
So see, there we go. We're helping. Giving us some good suggestions. All right, good job, team. Internet high fives. Internet high fives. All right, the next bullet.
Going down here to going down here to the log section here. New tab shows a log of up to 100 recent league events. It's going to include when the league was created, new member promoted, demoted, when the league hall was created, league hall relocated, statuary unlocked, proficiency activated, league bank item added, league bank item removed, league bank tab unlocked, league bank tab expanded, decoration added. So I kind of like these two things about the league bank and all that. So this way you'll know when somebody's pilfering it. Or not.
I also
yeah. Well, they have to have the rights to do it, I think.
Yeah, which we'll get into when we talk about Trex want to talk about league banks and he can't even keep his own inventory organized. But
this is true. It's an organized mess. All right. I also want to give props to Zinbic for literally linking. When it's like League Hall created, you can click the word League Hall and it'll go to that thread for everything.
Yeah.
I really do like that. It's small things. But that is pretty cool to have the log like that. The most 100 recent league events. Wow. It's crazy. And then, of course, the ranks. This tab remains basically the same as it was in the last update with the addition to the following new permissions. Can spend prestige. League Hall admin. League Hall deco. Decoration, by the way. That means decoration. Bank vault number add items. Bank vault number withdrawal. So, neat. You can assign one person to do the League Hall decorations. I want to nominate myself. I will make that bitch look pretty. It's pink everywhere. Pink here, pink there. Oh, unicorns! Unicorns all over the place. Huh? Right? That would be great.
No.
Oh, gosh.
Wrong.
Your league hall would be filled with the unicorn trinket.
Yes, it would.
The only thing I'm not looking forward to with the new ranks thing is the fact that I have to come up with new names for certain ranks. I have ranks for because it's like you can't tell if somebody's a healer or a tanker or a DPS or a controller on the game by their name. So I've got a specific rank for healers, I got a specific rank for tanks, I got a specific rank for controllers, and a specific one for DPS. And I've got those guys in those ranks. Now I have to come up with legit rank names and legit reasons why they have that rank.
But
yeah, this is definitely cool.
Oh yes. All right. So I'm gonna let Super Patriot drive the boat. Which tab should we go to next?
Let's go talk about your freaking league banks.
Okay.
That
Again, I just opened up the post as they were listed at the time. So, okay. We have the league banks here. League banks are exactly how they sound. They're banks for your league. Done. They are only accessible within the league halls. So, quick facts. Starts with one vault, one tab, with a single row of 7 slots. Prestige can be spent to expand a vault by adding additional rows of slots, up to 5 total. Prestige can be spent to add vaults, up to 4 total, that each start with a single row of slots. I'm starting to see a pattern. We're going to need to put a lot of prestige into this league hall. Purchasing and fully expanding
Encouraging players to play.
Yes, exactly. Purchasing and fully expanding all vaults will therefore result in a total of 140 league bank slots. Is that a lot?
I guess so.
That
sounds like a lot.
That's a lot. That's
Okay.
a lot.
That's 140 stacks of soda cola lime.
That's 140 stacks of FE2s that I can throw in there.
FE2. Oh wow.
We also have separate permissions are available for deposits and withdrawals across each individual vault. So you can in again World of Warcraft, when I first experienced this kind of guild bank kind of situation, each tab, say your first tab that you have, your first tab with all your items there, first tab was crafted materials for the professions. Second tab was for mats, for quest stuff that you needed, for like the epic quests you needed. And you could specifically set permissions for each of those tabs. Where Super Patriot, you have access to withdraw and deposit into the Professions tab. So you can grab material to give to other people to work on their professions and so on. Vagrant will have access to the Mats tab for the epic quest, but he can only withdraw what he needs. And that kind of thing. So you can set separate permissions for each tab. Sweet. And only tradable items may be placed in the League Bank. So, there. Yeah, that's it. League Banks!
League Banks.
Excitement.
Yeah, that's the major topic that Trex wanted to talk about first, everybody.
Well, you know what? Fine. I don't want to do this anymore. I was going to sit here, drink my nice fruit punch Gatorade. Have yourselves a good night.
Aww.
It makes me think like if it would be hilarious if you unlock all the vaults and all the bank slots and then that league falls apart. So much work!
Oh my god!
Oh, so much work! especially like say like people leave and you're just like, oh, now I gotta remake a league. Oh, now I gotta get back all the permissions and everything.
Yeah,
oh.
see, and that's something me and my officers in my league, we've been talking about in the game, is the fact that I was like, I mean, there's a lot of leagues that we can think of. I'm not going to name them, but there's a lot of leagues that we can think of that are just not going to benefit from this at all because they don't do what needs to be done. Get this, I mean, which leads into the next thing I was wanting to bring up and talk about was the prestige.
And that's the next tab. That was the next tab. I got this. Okay. All right, Soups, go ahead and start with the prestige.
The prestige is a new league-wide currency earned by league members through a wide variety of activities, including defeating final bosses in level 30+ PvE instances. Not just the bosses leading into them, but you have to beat the final boss to get the prestige. So you have to complete the raid. Completing PvP arenas Legends matches, Trex.
Yeah, what's up?
Placing
What'd I do? I was looking at chat. What'd I do? I heard my name. And maybe PvP.
See it right now. Your league leader is going to look at your prestige, how much prestige you contributed to the league, and he's going to see 0 for PvP. And he's going to get him out. So you're placing decorations and amenities in your personal base, which actually was talked about a little bit earlier in the very first, which was technically the first post, Trex, but we'll go back to that.
What first post?
What was technically the first post was the one titled League Halls.
Did I miss that?
No. You shouldn't have.
Move along!
Oh, yeah.
Moving on. Activating the power cells, purchasing mainframe traits, installing generator mods, and donating items to the league in your league hall. Right, so that's basically covering like all of the everything that you do in the game. Yeah, everything you do in the game contributes towards earning prestige. Right? None of the above activities actually require that you do them with other league members because all prestige gains are contributed individually. However, if you go into an instance, all right, and you beat an instance, you earn, and you say you earn 206 prestige for your league by completing that instance if you go in there with a pug. But if you go in there with a whole group from your league, you could earn up to 824 total prestige. So for me, this is going to promote a lot more league runs.
Yes, it will.
Definitely.
Which I think is awesome. So it's
almost going to be like pugs are dead.
Yeah, well, because I still have members in my league, and even though we set up like scheduled days, like this is our league raid night, and there's like almost always somebody on during the day, and even in the evening, and in the evenings that can queue up for the tier 6 alert and all that. I still have members in my league that decide to pug instead. And now they're going to be, wanting to do more league runs because you'll earn total more prestige with your league on that way. See here, prestige earned from PvE instances is based on the number of people intended to complete it. For example, 8-man instance rewards over 3 times as much prestige as solo instances. They're also dynamically reducing the prestige rewards if you are completing an instance of a lower tier than what your gear allows. So if you can't go back and just like farm Kondak 20 times, and expect to earn the same amount of prestige you would if you completed wave once. Let's see here. Each of the base-related sources of prestige, decorations, amenities, power cells, mainframe, and generator mods are earned upon entering your base for the first time each week. Reset at the same time as weekly loot lockouts. The prestige for decorations and amenities can be earned once for each of your bases within the same reset period. So basically on reset day, you go in to each one of your bases and you earn prestige for whatever decorations, amenities that you have put down. I believe they said something, though, about the power cells and mainframe and generator mods not counting more than once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But so like basically you're going to go into your lair, on reset day, go into each one of your lairs, and you'll earn prestige every week for those lairs for however many items you have down, which is going to be awesome because I got 2 lairs that are completely filled up. I got 200 items down in 2 of them. Okay, the prestige for decorations and minutes can be earned once for each of your bases within the same reset period. Okay. I just went over basically how you earn it. Going through those. Prestige can be spent on creating a league hall, relocating a league hall, proficiencies, your new league-wide bonuses, expanding the league bank, and unlocking individual statuaries, which is a feature of league halls, which we'll be talking about also. It's probably Trex's next tab.
Wait a minute, let me check.
Quick additional facts. Everything that prestige can be spent on other than league hall creation must be purchased within the league hall. There is a weekly maximum for how much prestige a league can earn. As the league approaches the weekly maximum, prestige earnings suffer diminishing returns. Now, I had to ask about this because I'm not an economics major. Exactly what diminishing returns means, and that means basically once you get closer to that maximum, you're going to be earning less prestige. So, say you ran Nexus, all right, once, right, and you got that, you're getting closer to the maximum prestige by running Nexus. When you go to run Wave, you would get less prestige than you normally would if you weren't near that maximum. So that's kind of, I don't know, it sounds like, there isn't really they're trying to keep people from, like, farming these raids earn maximum prestige in, like, a day. The weekly maximum is set such that, in general, you must sacrifice the purchase of some proficiencies if you want to spend your prestige elsewhere. However, if you're hitting the maximum every week, you can maintain all 13 proficiencies and still end up with a bit of prestige to spend elsewhere. There's a total maximum for how much prestige a league can store, and only league members with the can spend prestige permission may spend prestige. There's that.
Yeah. Just another rank that you have to work on.
Well, rank you can work up to.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's something you can use the league management tab to see. All right, if you see somebody who's earning, more prestige than others, maybe promote them up to a rank to where they can help spend that prestige.
I already know what you should name that rank. I already know what you should name.
That way, you're not. What's that?
Overachiever.
Replay badges.
No, call him Overachiever.
Both are viable names. Both are viable names.
But no, I mean, you look at see how much prestige they're contributing towards the league, and then you promote them up to a rank to where they can help spend that prestige. That way, your league's not getting close to the maximum, so you're not constantly hitting diminishing returns.
Yeah.
That just blew right over Trex's head. I can tell. That slow, yeah.
Look, all I know is I'm not getting that overachiever rank. I know it.
All I know is I'm glad that they're adding it to where prestige can be earned through PvP and PvE, so players aren't complaining that I have to do too many PvE instances, even though I only like PvP, or vice versa and things like that.
honestly, those people that I hate having the PvE to PvP. I understand where you're coming from, but you're missing out on half the game. Actually, technically, you're missing out on more than half the game, but content wise. But I mean, it's all part of the game.
One day PvP will get there.
One day, hopefully.
One day we'll have like 50 maps to choose from. 15 game types.
Dude, what I'm really hoping is, man, they give us 2 maps of each, except for 8s. Eventually in the rotation. I don't mind the rotation. Give us a couple. Just give us one option for each group size.
I think what it should be is they should change PvP to be like you choose just 1v1, 2v2, 4v4. It chooses a random map, and then change the feats to like win 50 8v8 maps or win 50 4v4 maps. There you go. Fix right there. Technically, all maps are in rotation that way. Yeah. But that's PvP. We're getting sidetracked. Yeah.
Hey, I'm just glad there's somebody here that I can actually talk about PvP with.
That's why you wanted him here.
I
you sneaky little SOB.
I like PvP. When you messaged me on Skype, I was doing lair battles with one of my league buddies.
All right. The next tab I have is actually the donation box.
Oh, the donation box.
Yes.
Another thing Trex will be slacking on.
I will donate plenty of the crap that's in my bag so I can get rid of it.
You're going to donate all your unicorn trinkets.
How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Every single one of them.
All right, so donation boxes are consoles found in league halls that allow league members to exchange items for prestige. Their UI is split into 3 tabs: dematerialize, donate, and decorations. So remember, the tabs are dematerialize, donate, decorations, duck, dodge, dip. Thank you for the chuckle.
Dip, duck, and dodge.
The 5 Ds of dodgeball. And if you don't know where that's from, you make me sad in life.
Yeah, you just gave it away right there.
I hope so. It's one of the few Vince Vaughn movies I can actually sit down and enjoy. He works too hard. All right, so first off, dematerialize. This tab allows you to directly convert an item into prestige, destroying the item in the process. This allows you to both get value from undesired items as well as convert currencies to prestige by purchasing items with that currency, then dematerializing them. The prestige value of an item is generally based on its value to vendors, whether buying or selling. The more difficult it is to obtain a currency, the greater the prestige value of items purchased with that currency. For instance, items purchased with cash are generally worth far less prestige than items purchased with Marks of Fury. The prestige value of an item can be found in the tooltip. So they're going to add the tooltip to that. And so, yeah, for all of those sharpshooter legs that you got, dematerialize. Done.
Are we going to be able to dematerialize those? See, that's my question about this thing, okay? Because it's not worth to the vendor.
Oh my God! I would please let us dematerialize the crap we get from the vault. Please, 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 please.
Well, see, this is what I'm getting at. Okay, let me point this out. Right? It's not just the stuff we get from the vault. Okay. What about the gear we buy from the vendors? All right, I was like, okay, it's like I replaced a Ion of Scion or Scion of Ion piece for a Tier 6 piece. Okay. Now what normally you have to do with that Scion of Ion piece, because you bought it with marks off of a vendor and all that, you can't do anything else with it but delete it. Are we going to be able to take that vendor gear and dematerialize it? Instead?
Who knows?
That's the question I've got.
That's true.
So that would be fantastic. It would be so much nicer to actually be able to do something with that gear that we no longer need. If we can dematerialize it to go towards prestige for our league.
I will concur. I will concur with that process. I will. Then the Donate tab. This tab allows base items to be donated to the League Hall's decoration inventory. Doing so generates prestige, equivalent to 10 times the amount of prestige the decoration could earn per week if placed in a personal base.
Nice.
So please,
donate really cool.
Donate all of your unicorn trinkets to the League DD on the PlayStation. All unicorn trinkets must be donated to the League. That would work for me.
Not my league. Not my league. Anybody in my league listening to that, the answer is no.
Are you discriminating against the unicorn
trinket? I am not having unicorn trinkets all over the place in my lair.
I feel you're gonna have like a day that you just don't log in or something, and you're gonna have your decorator guy. You're just gonna walk in, nothing but unicorn trinkets all over the place, and you're just gonna kick him from the league.
Yeah, and league log, everybody. Who did it? Oh, you. You.
Oh, that log is going to get 100 people in trouble.
I would do my best to hide it. I would go on an alt and be like, "Who the heck is this?"
Go on and make a brand new tune and just spam unlocking feats.
and then kick him. And then kick him so no one finds out. It's like, who was this? Who added this guy?
Who was the Unicorn Avenger? Who's that guy? Okay. And then finally, the Decorations tab. This tab shows a list of base items in the League Hall's decoration inventory. So,
now my question about this is, are we going to be able to, if we have, extra stuff from our lair inventories for items, are we going to be able to use those to place them in League Halls?
If they are donated. If they are donated to...
No, but, I mean, what if we got stuff, that, we've been saving, and collecting because, we're in anticipation of decorating our League Hall, and we'd like to put it down in the League Hall, but we've got in our lair inventory. You understand what I'm getting at, Trex? I want to be able to put down this extra crap I've collected.
That
for the League lair, League Hall.
That is a very good question, because there's stuff even in my inventory for my bases that I don't use, that I really don't want, and I could really just throw it into League Halls. That's a very good question.
Yeah. It's like, you could take, you could set up in a different, part of the hall, you could set up like your own magic wing. So you put down like the occult and the mystical stuff, and another area you could put down for like a playroom. So you put down all the Joker's Playhouse stuff and the freaking carousel horses and stuff like that, the bumper cars.
Yeah, especially the freaking bumper cars. I don't know. That would be a great question, I guess, to ask Dizzy about that, because I think that if it's in your personal inventory for your base items, it's there. I don't think that there's going to be a way that you can transfer it over into League Halls. If there is a way, make it so.
That would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic.
That would be cool.
Because we all have stuff in our base inventory that we really don't use, and a lot of it Yeah.
Good.
I was going to say, one thing I want to know is, are there going to be like League Hall based feats?
I would imagine there would be.
I would hope.
I would hope there would be, yeah.
Like collecting a certain amount of prestige or donating a certain amount of items. That'd be cool.
See, I don't know how that would work though, because if it was like that, it would be perfect. But if it was like, it'd be really hard to do like league-based feats to where it's like as a league, it would be awesome. But who gets awarded a feat for like completed 20 raids as a league?
That's basically the thought process that I would get that.
Just the people that were in those raid groups, or everybody in the league gets that feat.
Well, when we talk about feats in this game, we are of course talking about feat points that lead up to skill points. I think on a league basis, I think it should be league accolades, where you get like little trophies for completing raids as a league. We've had I definitely have it in my other MMOs that I play, and having it here, we always look to having a feat. We want those feat points. I think maybe for League Halls, because like you said, who would actually get the feat for those feat points? I think for the league bases itself, I don't think it should be associated with the feat point system. I think it just should be league accolades, that we did it as a league. We have that kind of trophy.
So it's kind of like have like a trophy room.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, a souvenir like from Young Justice.
Yeah, but you go up to a computer.
Like, you go in there. You beat League of Assassins alert, and as a trophy, you get Ra's al Ghul's sword, and it shows up in your trophy room.
That would be kind of cool, actually.
That would be bitchin'.
If they had an accolade for every single instance.
Yeah.
Like but to get them, you had to do the instance like maybe say a certain amount of times, or you had to complete it within a certain amount of time. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, like you said, like Ra's al Ghul's sword hanging in your league base, and that's your accolade. And people can select it, and it'll say completed it on this day, blah blah blah, and these are the members who did it.
I guess it would be up to me to show what the villains' accolades would be, since there's not many villain YouTube channels out there.
It's very true.
Everybody would be like, "What's like Seeds of Rot's accolade?" I'd be like, "Here it is. There you go."
It's Swamp Thing's head.
Yeah, it's a big chunk of moss.
It's like, this looks awfully familiar. You don't want to know where this came from. You just don't.
You don't want to know how I got this.
It'd have to be like something villainous. I mean, you put Swamp Thing's arm up there.
That would be
like Swamp Thing's freaking arm. He throws it back anyways.
Oh man,
he can throw it back. He'll be fine. Swamp Thing's arm up there. Stuff like that. That would be cool.
I know Spord is actually a listener of the podcast, because he's messaged me about it. Because when I had my new computer, he messaged me saying, "Hey, I just listened to the show." I'm like, "Oh my god, Spord listens to the show." So if any of the other devs are listening, please pass this on to Dizzy. We might not be typing it, but at least we're talking about it.
Zimbic.
Zimbic, I'm sorry. Zimbic, yes,
yeah.
Zimbic.
That's on the Zimbic.
Yes.
We want to be able to put Swamp Thing's arm, Ra's al Ghul's sword. What else is there? What else could we come up with? Piece of the Avatar attack.
I think for the villains...
Groovy Clone said Cersei's bra.
Perfect. Cersei's bra. You take Cersei's bra from her. She ain't got much else on.
She does not.
That's like the only sturdy piece of clothing she's wearing.
That make even more people play the hero side though. They're like, oh, we get bra. What do you get? We're like Wonder Girl's laptop.
No article of clothing from Wonder Girl, just her laptop.
Heroes are strutting Cersei's bra. We're like, well, we get to look up a picture of Cersei's bra.
I was going to say...
you guys could have, like, one of Batman's batarangs up there. I
was going to say, if Jason Todd was in the game, like, for the villains, it would be a blood-soaked crowbar for the feet of Jason Todd.
That would be...
Right?
I mean, there is a feat named after that, but
there is a feat for that. There is a feat, Legends PvP feat for beating Robin with Joker when using the crowbar.
Yeah.
Is it called a Death in the Family?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that, yeah.
So we're horrible.
You have
people.
Wonder Woman's lasso up in there, stuff.
Val MMO said Wonder Woman's panties would be for us. But she doesn't have panties on. She's got like that leotard thing going.
Yeah, she's got those hot pants on.
All right, so moving on. The statuaries for League Halls, okay? The statuaries are a unique feature for League Halls that allow leagues to celebrate their members' accomplishments while fostering friendly competition by creating statues of league members based on their performance in various areas. Within League Halls are a number of pedestals that can be unlocked with prestige. Once unlocked, any member with a League Hall admin permission will select a material and ranking. Once selected, statues are created of the top 3 league members based on that ranking, made from that material, and materials are lightstone, darkstone, bronze, silver, and gold. Alright, so there will be statues of Super Patriot in bronze.
There will be statues of Super Patriot everywhere in gold.
And he'll be the only League Hall admin. And the league breaks up.
And prestige point spender. No, trust me. I've already been talked to. All right. I've already been talked to by my co-lead, and I've been specifically told it's like, you've got to share some of this stuff, and I'm like, I know, but I'm worried about the guy who's going to put down 40,000 freaking unicorn trinkets. That's the guy I'm worried about. But that's why we're doing. My league's doing a lair contest about this. For the whole decoration thing, we're doing a lair contest, and once we get done doing the lair contest and all that, the winners of all the different categories.
That's what you asked me about the NDA. Now I get it.
But the winners of each category of the lair contest gets to be on the the quote unquote League Hall decorating committee. So they will have the rank and permissions to decorate the League Hall.
We got Stephen Skyhuff in the chat here. I will fight for the right to decorate DD's League Hall.
My co-league's in it. My co-league calling it a control freak. Yeah, Steven, if you want to fight for the right to decorate the League Hall, then you need to enter the lair decorating contest. So there you go.
Such a good leader.
Yeah, JR SoFly, he's another league member.
Yep.
You need to sign up on the league site.
All right. And then, of course, all
Continue with
statues...
statuaries.
Yes, all statues with the same statuary use the same material. The material and ranking can be changed at any time by members with the League Hall admin permission. The rankings used are based on the league members' activities over the previously monthly cycle. It resets at the first of each month. Some rankings are based on a single activity, while others may be based on a combination of multiple activities. The rankings are many and varied to allow as much opportunity as possible for a wide assortment of league members to have the opportunity to appear on the statuaries. A few examples, not an exhaustive list, of activities used for rankings are knockouts, emotes, broker sales, and instances emotes? Really?
But I can almost guarantee if Select Few or One Piece puts down a statuary for emotes, Brittany will win it, and it will be the Root emote.
It so will.
From that comic stance.
She is the emo queen. Wait.
It is, dude. Have you ever watch the comical stance and do the Root emote? You're basically twerking if you do the Root emote and you have that comical stance.
And I do like to see Brittany twerk, so.
Wow.
What, dude?
Oh.
Actually, I'm joking. Twerking is just a horrible, horrible lifestyle. It needs to stop. Alright, aside from determining which league members appear on the statuary, the rankings also determine the poses used. Oh my god, for each statue, yeah. Oh my god. The poses are meant to reflect the themes of the rankings, as well as the activities they are based on. Brittany with the Root emote, that's all that's going to happen. You are completely right. Just...
But, Spittle did tweet out a picture of what the statuaries look like. The league halls there, which the league hall looks freaking huge. That's just one area of it. These league halls are going to be freaking huge.
Oh, actually, I think I did see that. I think I did see a picture of it. I don't have it open, but...
Okay. Makes me wonder what League Hall PvP is going to be like when it does come.
Yeah. It does come. I'll put a link to the URL for that picture so you can put it on the stream.
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and actually click it then. Because it'll pop up right
here. Also with
there it is.
Those examples there. Aside from determining which league members appear on the statuary, the rankings also determine the poses. Okay, the poses are meant to reflect the themes about the rankings as well as blah, blah, blah. Appearances statues can be adjusted by the league members they represent. An option has been added to all base deco panels, both in personal bases and league halls, to save your current appearance for use in statuaries. If you have never saved your appearance in that manner, statues of you will appear as you did when the system went live. So basically you have to go in, everybody can go in, I'm guessing everybody can go in, save their appearance on there, so when they earn the ranking for that statuary, they will show up in that appearance. At least that's what I'm reading.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture here that Jens tweeted out, and that's so awesome. Looks, league halls are going to be freaking huge. Gonna be huge.
Yeah.
I was looking at Vagrant's camera. I just saw the dudes.
What do you do? I missed it.
By the way, they saw you guys because my webcam's on, you idiots. So I saw you the whole damn time.
Gotta love friends. All right, next up is the...
Well, real quick, I want to talk about the statues a little more. I mean, I'm wondering, okay, I know those are just a few of the examples and everything, but I'm wondering if we're going to be able to designate any of the statuaries for our own personal, league, specific, type of rewards or anything like that. Like designate, because one thing my league does, to keep everybody active in it and having fun, is we'll have like a monthly Legends 2v2 tournament of our own, inter-league tournament. And will we be able to, take a statue of those two winners from that tournament and put them up there, in the league hall.
That's a good question. I'm not sure if they'll have an option for custom stuff like that yet. I mean, I'm sure.
It would be nice, though. It would be nice.
I mean, that list was only a short list. We don't really know how much is going to be involved in that list. So, I mean, your suggestion might already be in place, but just not listed yet.
Right. But just one of those things and all that. That would be nice, like to add notes for the league roster.
Yeah.
One of those little personalization things.
All right. So next, what we're looking at here is the proficiencies. All right, proficiencies are bonuses that may be purchased with prestige that apply to your entire league for 30 days. The current proficiencies include plus 3% damage out, plus 3% damage out when below 30% health, 1% critical attack chance and damage, 3% healing out, 1% critical healing and power healing chance and magnitude, 3% healing received, 3% power received, 5% health, 5% power and supercharge, 3% might and precision, 3% dominance, restoration, and vit, 3% of control resistance, and 1% out of control power regen per second, and plus 4% out of combat health regen per second. Whew. Okay. Quick facts. I don't see what's so funny.
Just go past it, Trex. Just go past it. Trust me.
Is it a fat joke? It's not fat. Just out of breath. Quick facts.
Man, you are a silent Cheeto eater. You are a silent Cheeto eater, man. I don't know how you do that.
I'm muting my mic.
Are you eating on the podcast?
Oh, I'm not eating. Jesus, it's a joke, Trex. Come on.
Moving on. All of these
the proficiencies.
Yes.
Somebody told me they specified that, proficiencies do not apply in PvP arenas or duels. See, this to me is not good. It's not good.
You don't like that it doesn't?
I don't like that it doesn't, no.
I mean, I guess I can see why certain players would be at a disadvantage. Say you just don't like to be in a league, you kind of like carry on solo, then it wouldn't be a huge disadvantage, but at the same time, players would complain.
You gotta consider some certain things that take place in arenas specifically. Okay, let's see, the crits are capped, right? Not really capped, but they're reduced. Okay, so you don't have to worry about crit damage, right? Now other things and all that. Plus 5% power and supercharge. I mean, why do PvE guys only get stuff?
Well, I mean,
work for it.
I mean, Light Surfer on the chat. Light Surfer on the chat. I mean, he points out a good thing. I mean, the plus 3% damage out, 3% damage out below 35. The Berserker back mod 30%, and then plus the damage out below 35% equals OP.
No, and?
What do you mean and? Clutchmeister is already whooping me enough. I don't need this added.
That's like Vegeta's final
Big Bang attack.
Redemption attack against Majin Buu. When he killed himself for nothing. That's what that is. I mean, you're gonna die. You might as well take him with you. Come on.
Well, I mean, of course, at SOE Live, we can, of course, ask Yins if it will be PvP thing, but, actually, it says right here, proficiency is not applying PvP arenas. Oh, well, so,
yeah.
whoops. So, but and now here's the thing: a league can maintain up to 10 proficiencies if they are reaching the point of the diminishing returns of their prestige earnings each week. A league can maintain all 13 proficiencies if they are reaching the weekly maximum prestige each week. Okay, so you'll be able to choose which ones you actually want, which I'm sure the person who has the League Halls admin permission can do so. Whoever that may be.
To spend prestige.
Or the person who can spend prestige.
But I mean, they do say here is a league can maintain all 13 proficiencies if they are reaching the weekly maximum prestige each week. So you can have all 13 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it sounds like you're going to have a pretty big league to be able to get all of that.
Very, probably a big league and a very active one. Yeah.
Hi, Odyssey.
Exactly.
Hi.
Super Toad's here too.
Actually, I can see the Revengeancers actually probably putting that out because they got a lot of active people. Michael Gray, maintenance is weekly or monthly? This is every 30 days that you can purchase the proficiencies, and they apply for the entire 30 days. I'm guessing they'll probably just like resell like a reset day. I'm guessing. Too gay. All right. Next is we already did league management. So
I saw something. Decon tweeted. I believe either just you or me or both of us earlier about a Mark of Triumph sync.
Oh, he did tweet that. Where? It's in my
Where
notifications. That's open. Let me actually see if I can find that. Mark a calendar. Oh, Jens during the pre-show also he mentioned that Superman will be getting a power channeling for his Legends tune. A power channeling.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Empowered channeling.
Yeah, I think it's like his heat vision is going to be a channel move.
He's getting a channel.
No, so he can't be interrupted when he uses.
He's getting a powered, a channeled power move.
Oh, okay.
I thought you said empowered channeling, like the mod.
No.
Oh, cool. MOT sync right here, yes.
A lot of people use Superman now.
Oh.
We had empowered channeling.
Yeah, Decon tweeted the cool MOT sync. That was the donation box.
Oh, so you can put March of Triumph in the donation box.
I'm thinking. I'm not sure if you can use your currency, your actual currency. I think you actually have to.
Do you have the link? Do you have the link?
Yeah, I mean it's right here.
I'm trying to find his tweet.
It's the donation. I mean, I don't know if it was an actual page. Let me actually see if it was an actual page.
Decon here says, as well as convert currencies to prestige by purchasing items with that currency. Oh, so we can purchase stuff with that current.
With the currency and then go to the
so
donation.
we can. Oh, so we can. So that's basically saying that we can't take like a tier 5 piece when we replace it with a tier 6 piece and use. Wait.
And just like get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean you can't even salvage it. You can't even salvage it.
You know what this is? You know what this is? You know what that is? That's buying like Catalyst 5s. Buying a bunch of Catalyst 5s with March of Triumph and then donating them.
Ah. Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, at the same time, this is still stuff that, he can come in later and give a little more example about that, because, it is something weird. Something new that it's still something questionable, because the way I'm reading it is I have to use my Mark of Triumph to go and buy a tier whatever piece, and I can just take it to the donation box and get it dematerialized and change that to prestige. I'm not sure if you can actually take your little Marks of Triumph to the donation box to get it materialized. You actually have to go and purchase something with it.
Actually, Zinbik answered a question here about donations and stuff here. Somebody asked, Are we able to donate the gray junk items that we can only currently erase or sell to vendors? And he said it depends on the item. If it has no sale value, it probably has no prestige value. However, if it has some decent value to it, to a vendor for you, or you paid something for, or something of worth for it, it will probably have prestige value. See if he answered. No, he didn't answer any more questions about it.
Here it is. Light FX asked the question we were on about. And for base items and donating them, can we donate the ones we have already collected and have placed? Unfortunately not. Once you collected it, it's yours.
And
And
a bunch of freaking...
and Radium,
Yeah,
good old Radium Mask will be able to donate spare amenities such as banks and stuff, and that's a no. So, okay. So there you go.
And I hope we don't have to go out and collection hunt for our freaking League Hall amenities.
I honestly don't know.
I really hope that if we have that amenity unlocked.
I don't even know if you can really put those amenities in League Halls. Well, I'm actually about to find out now because we're on our final tab, which is League Halls itself. Because I know Michael Grier's been really wanting to talk about this.
Which is the starting post, by the way, of all things. But we won't talk about that anymore. League Halls are at the heart of this game update. Notice how it,
yeah, they are.
Kind of sets it off as like this is the starting post.
If I could throw my pen in your face.
Room. Throw it at the camera. Maybe you'll miss.
I almost lost my pen.
League place trophy room, shared canvas, and source of power all rolled into one. Many of the new league features require a league hall to access. In fact, there is no way to spend prestige without a league hall short of the act of creating the league hall. League halls are also a major location for content in DLC 11, with instances taking place in your own league hall. If no one in the group has a league hall, you'll simply be taken to a randomly selected league hall owned by another league. Well, that'd be kind of cool, bringing pugs into your league hall.
It's like, yeah, this is my home. This is my league. You're legalist? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. We're not doing recruitment anymore. But hey, man, enjoy the couch.
Yeah. So your creation. League halls may be created at consoles located in each wing of the Watchtower in Hall of Doom. Doing so requires both the can spend prestige and league hall admin permissions. The first option the UI presents is environment. While many environments are planned for the future, the first available environment to be released with Game Update 39 is lunar. Hence, all league halls will initially be built on the moon. I would like to point out that currently, outside of the moon base alert, if you look outside the Watchtower, there is no moon.
He points it out anytime he can.
However, we're going to get a base on there. The second option is terrain. This represents a choice of landscape to build your league hall in and affects your view from the observation room. Current options are sea and crater. The final option is the specific location to select, given the previous selections. Each location has a prestige cost for both the initial league hall creation as well as relocating the league hall at that location. So you go in there, you create your league hall. You create your environment. You pick the environment you want in. Obviously, now we have to go with lunar. Okay, then you pick your terrain. All right, so you can go sea locations or crater locations. You pick sea locations, you have options like the Sea of Clouds, Sea of Crisis, Sea of Islands, Sea of Serenity for all of you Firefly fans out there, Sea of Showers, and Sea of Tranquility. The crater locations are Copernicus Crater, Grimaldi Crater, Kepler Crater, Plato Crater, Stephanus Crater, and Tycho Crater. Which one of those do you guys go to?
I'm going to the Sea of Showers.
Because you need one?
Whether or not that's a true statement or not, it's been a very hot day. Vagrant knows in South Carolina this humidity sucks.
Yes, it does. Oh my gosh.
But
All right. As I teased on my league, some of the guys in my league and all that, I did. They're like, can you give us like one thing, that just tease us one thing about league halls. I'm like,
hold on. I want to make sure Meps is listening. Okay, go ahead and give your NDA leak.
I will tease you one thing about it. All right, and this is not violating NDA. All I did was show them a picture of the Sea of Serenity. All I did.
If it's the Sea of Serenity, can I just get like a whole bunch of like one big wallpaper of Firefly, just the ship?
That's what I want. I'm gonna I'm gonna create a Captain Tight Pants statuary.
All right, go ahead and move into the access.
Yeah. That probably went over some people's heads right there. Anyways, access league halls may be reached in one of two ways. Teleporters, which are coming in update 38, coming out very soon, early next week, located in each wing of the Watchtower and Hall of Doom, or teleporter amenities, those are what's coming in update 38, within personal bases, assuming you have one of the generator mods that add league halls as a destination.
Yes,
features.
Really quickly, because I know we're going to talk about Game Update 38 next week, but people in today's FNL were asking about teleporters. Teleporter amenity will be sold in the marketplace. The teleporter mods will be dropped in the world. Off of bosses, off of randoms, all that stuff. So, be prepared for that. Go ahead, sir.
Features. The League Hall comes with many built-in features, which we've already talked about. Only statuaries must be unlocked to use it all. The statuaries, power core, power proficiencies, that's where you go for your power proficiencies, league bank, donation box. There will be a mailbox, R&D station, sparring targets. So basically some of the amenities, like the mailbox and R&D station are going to be in there, in the sparring targets.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you're going to have an awesome view of the Earth from the moon. And I love that Decon is the first one to reply to this post saying, "This sounds sweet. Why must you torture me?"
Yes, yes. So, and they do indeed sound, in the words of the NWO, sweet. Or sweet. I just showed my age. Yeah. So, that is League Halls. Nice long discussion. Great suggestions. That hopefully.
What other locations would you guys like to see?
I would like the swampiness of the marshlands of Louisiana. That's where I want.
That's where the Hall of Doom's at.
I know.
The Hall of Doom's at.
I know.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Meanwhile, back in the Hall of Doom.
I would have to say it every time I'm teleporting to that league.
I do that every time I teleport to the Hall of Doom.
You know what would be really funny? What would be really funny? My co-lead, my league, came up with an idea of a PA system, just like a 10-second PA announcement when you walked into the hall when you first got in there. Because you know how we got music you first hear in the layers.
Yeah.
When you walk into them, so like a little PA system, but you could record an announcement on there. So you just imagine walking into, the Trex's League Hall, and it's like, meanwhile, in the Hall of Suit Up.
Oh my God, I would so love that. That feature just needs to be, we just need to make it generic. Just make it generic. Meanwhile, in the League Hall, just make it generic. Call it a day. Is the dude who
says, I can see it right now. Revencers are going to call it. I just called it. It's been announced, right now. Super Toad just said it. Revenger's Lair is going to be called Unicorn Hall.
Yeah.
Oh.
Meanwhile, at the Unicorn Hall. And all of a sudden, the My Little Pony theme song starts playing.
Oh my god! Super Ted says he would also accept Cornhole.
I think we would all agree to that.
I would just call the league hall the Gold Club.
The Gold Club. Gold Club.
I would have to say, besides the moon, besides the swampiness of Louisiana, I think another location I would be good for. Maybe
underwater for sure.
Underwater, yeah. Underwater is a good one too. I would actually have to say Brainiac ship. One of the little Brainiac ships that are hovering above Metropolis and Gotham. We took over one of those ships, and that's where the League Hall is. It's inside a Brainiac ship.
So that'd be cool. Ruby Clone says Ginger Hall. Wow, sorry.
Nothing but the souls of League members.
Soulless, yeah.
Well, someone said Shadowlands earlier, so that would be mine.
Where all the Scott Tendermans go to hang out. Astral Plane would be nice. Yeah.
Atlantis.
Yeah. Underwater.
How about like inside of a volcano where there's like a whole bunch of lava everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fortress of Solitude one where it's like crystallized.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Maybe in the Arctic area where there's a bunch of snow everywhere.
You know what? Honestly, give me the Hall of Justice.
All the people, members of my league that are from Canada would love that one.
Yeah.
It feels just like home.
Yeah.
So
be out there, we could have our own little. Gosh, what's it called? Oh, I forgot the name of it now. What's that one sport in Canada they play? They push in the freaking stone. Curling. We have our own curling thing there in the lair and everything.
Freaking curling.
In the lair.
I have never seen sweeping become a sport before. It's amazing with this world.
Oh, I just got hated by my co-lead, so I gotta watch it. See, they're the ones that wanted the PA system. We were all joking. It was like, so the PA, they were recording their voice on it. It'd be just like, hey, check the league site. Sign up for the event.
You get GLaDOS.
Put trinkets down.
GLaDOS is the entrance, like, welcome to the League Hall. The cake is a lie.
Oh, man.
So much fun. The Hot Pocket Hall. I am hungry.
I'm hungry too, damn it.
I just got some Hot Pockets in the fridge.
Oh, some kind of mansion area would be nice.
Wayne Manor, yeah.
Underground cave. Like a huge bat cave lair.
Maybe one in like the sky, so you just like see like, cities below you or something.
Yeah, that was some great ideas. Be sure to head over to the developer discussion section and list these great ideas. I mean, of course, we see them on the video. We're shouting them out on the podcast. But be sure to head over to the thread and give all your feedback on the forums as well so the devs can take a look at it. And, well, really just take a look at it and they go from there. But give your feedback on all the stuff that they have listed. They're wanting the feedback as much as possible right now before they start working to implement it. I mean, it's already coming. We're already going to see the preview coming on Monday, June 30th at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we're going to get the live stream. We're going to see it in action. We're going to see all the goodness that's coming in League Halls in Game Update 39. So, wow, we almost come down to like a 2-hour show. Love these. But so much good
I was
information.
told
talk
I
about.
was told it was going to be 3 hours. I said, "Now we'll keep it down to 2." Keep it around 2.
Exactly.
But you need your sleep, Super Patriot.
What's sleep?
Sleep is for the weak.
It's something I do with my head down on my desk after I've finally got done PvPing.
But
Decon wants a mobile league hall, and I've got a pop up. Sorry about that.
he wants a mobile league hall. He wants an RV. That's what he wants.
Decon wants an RV for a league hall, or something like the helicarrier would be nice.
Wrong
That would be
universe.
cool.
Speaking of mobile, what happened to the mobile app?
It's projects get in the way. It's there are other projects other projects keep getting pushed forward. It's the reason why we still haven't seen the return of the Safe House rescue mission, because it's still being reworked and other things get put in the way before that has to be done. So that's basically all I can really think of.
I like Gargamin's comment. Don't discuss the limitations of the PS3. Second rule of DCUO: don't discuss the limitations of the PS3.
Well, I'm hoping, and nothing against the PS3 users out there. I'm hoping that one day that we're going to be able to move this game beyond the limitations of the PS3.
That when that day happens, it will be glorious. There will be dozens of Amazonians dancing among us, and
Yeah. Amazonians twerking everywhere.
exactly.
Hey, I am on the PlayStation 3, guys. What the hell? I'm a PS3 user.
By that time, the PS5 will have been announced, Trex.
And I will have gotten a PS4 then.
then.
Then I will get a PS4 6 months before the PS5 releases. That's how I roll. But Super Patriot talked to me a little bit this week, and honestly, I love having Vagrant on because it's also one. It's nice to have another South Carolinian to talk to about the weather.
Right? We still need to get a beer together, dude.
We do. We do.
I can't believe I missed you in Atlanta that one time. I was so pissed at myself.
I tweeted all about it too. I was all there.
I didn't even have my Twitter added on my phone yet. Like, just move on. Just move on.
And Super Patriot did a lot of. I'm not really sure the term I really wanted to use. Forceful negotiation on me. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to actually. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this. I want to welcome Vagrant Gaming as the official third party to the DCUO SourceCast. So, this amazing picture that Weapon Mex made, we now have to add Vagrant's character to it.
We need a new one, Max. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Do what now? Wait.
Your character is getting added to the SourceCast logo now. The new logo that we've had for maybe a week.
Let me just take this all in real quick.
That's right. You're going to get a picture on the poster.
I feel like I'd have to be behind you guys, like about to backstab you since I'm a villain or something.
No. We need to get a picture of you getting tied up.
What? Can wait a minute? Can we like come to an agreement and say I'm like an anti-hero?
We could call it the DCO Source of Justice cast.
That's too long. Michael Grade's like, wait, do we I was going at the start of the episode. I had the thought process that I was going to leave it up to the chat to vote. I was going to leave it up to them. I was like, listen to the entire episode. Then, okay, cast your votes. And then when the podcast release, cast your votes, and we'll announce it next week. But I am not patient. So it's like, you know what? I had a great time.
You play DC Universe. You're not patient, man. Those replay badges.
I just spent replay badges just unlocking feats on an alt. I don't spend mine at all. They don't get touched. I have like over 2,000.
Trex has like 5,000 replay badges.
I have over 2,000. But yes, Vagrant will be our villain representative from that side of the tracks.
I'm officially outnumbered by PC players now.
Yes, you are.
Oh,
unless you don't
PC Master Race.
That's
PC
right.
Master Race. I actually have 2 computers in my room right now.
Well,
you leak.
I have 2 as well. It's just one just isn't really it's just not connected. I need another monitor for her, and I just don't want to go through that yet. And I need a hard drive for it too. It's a whole big thing. Hey, I would have voted Brittany to be on the show too, but Brittany will always have a place in the SourceCast heart, and she is always welcome on the show, and she is always a very special guest. Always.
I'm mad at her right now because she's sharing a room with me at SOE Live.
We are not discussing that right now.
Ooh, now, ooh.
I don't know what these things you talk about. It's whatever. So be sure to find all the SourceCast episodes over at Trexlight.com. You can find all the episodes there. You can also find all the episodes on my channel at youtube.com/Trexlight. Soups, where can we find you?
You can, of course, find me at youtube.com/TheDiceHouse. I am also on the Twitter at TheDiceHouse there, and I'm also on Facebook, facebook.com/TheDiceHouse. Rex, where can we find you?
No, I'm last. I'm the star. Vagrant, where can we find you?
This guy. This guy.
You're so good at saying all that. I don't know if I can say it that fast.
We've been here for about 2 years now, so.
Well, you can find me at youtube.com/thealphatester because I couldn't get Vagrant Gaming, unfortunately. My Twitter at Vagrant_gaming, and I have a Facebook, Vagrant Gaming as well.
There you go. And you can, of course, find me over at...
This is where, all right, Vagrant, this is where you go. And Trex, where can we find you?
Hey, I'm learning, all right? Calm down, all right?
I don't know, I'm just
my first night, you're already busting my balls over.
You know, the hazing has not yet started.
It's true.
My villain nature's coming out, and I'm just gonna back up and like.
You can, of course, find me over at youtube.com/Trexlight. You can find me also on the Facebook at Trexlight, and especially on the Twitter at This Is Trex. Yes, that was all 3 of them. Yes. Okay. So we want to thank y'all so much for joining us for this long episode about League Halls, and we also want to welcome Vagrant to the DCUO SourceCast family. Oh my God, we're a family now. I'm the husband.
Wow.
I feel like once we get our DC Universe Online T-shirts, because I'm getting one, we should all wear one together.
As soon as we get the logo fixed, the T-shirts will be coming. Because I just have to work out the new logo now.
My T-shirt.
Because someone told me we have a 3rd cast member now. So yay!
I didn't tell you. I said, hey, let's give him a shot.
I'm sorry. All I heard was Brittany stand with me. Brittany stand with me. I didn't hear anything else that you just said.
Yeah. He's bad. Oh, he's bad. He's mad.
Whatever.
You guys fight over the same female or something? I
think Trex needs to take a nap after the show tonight.
Now I'm gonna go drink down some Wawa juice.
I'll be your wingman when we go
No,
bar hopping.
You must not have heard. You must not have heard it. It was just a joke that popped into my head a couple of episodes ago, where Trex was talking about Brittany, and I was like, "Yeah, Brittany's coming to SOE Live. Me and her are sharing a room together." And he was just like, he just went, "Oh."
He's just flabbergasted.
Like, you could hear his heart break.
Just one of those moments that you're just not prepared for.
It was like somebody took a mason jar and threw it down on some cement. You know? It was like
oh God, oh God, my fragile heart.
That's basically what happened.
No more.
But I'll live, so it's okay. It's okay. All right.
When Trex creates an additional broken man.
Okay, for our sign off.
T-shirt on on his tune.
All right, for our sign off. Apparently, Michael Grid wants us to do the Brady Bunch wave bigger than me, because we're side by side with one another.
I guess I can just look to the right and wave at Super Patriot, even though it's just a picture.
Yeah, he's over there. He's over there. All right, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. You guys have a great 4th of July and a great rest of the weekend. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.